Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So every single year in the UK, if you have an ISA account, okay, which basically means you don't get taxed in terms of your capital gains, in terms of your dividends and so on. What happens is they give us 20,000 allowance, and by the end of the year, okay, the financial year of 2022, which will end April 7th of April 2023, I still have basically I have £20,000 to spend. Right now I spend about 11,700, okay, on the stock market, and I still have £8,000 to deposit. So as you can imagine, I've got January, February, March, and bit of April to spend £8,000. So I will be maxing this account, inshallah. That's the plan. I will be aggressively buying stocks in basically in the next 3 months. And what my plan is right now is to share with you guys today my watch list for the next 3 months and the companies that I'm interested in. And if you know any companies that you think will be good addition to my portfolio, let me know. I did a video the last video I did was where I talked about 6 companies that I would like to add to my portfolio in the coming year. So have a look at that. Let me know if there's any comments or any companies that you feel like basically I shouldn't buy, any companies that you feel like would be a very good addition to the portfolio. What I want to do in this channel is just to share ideas, not just me sharing. I want you to start sharing as well. What companies do you own? What companies are you buying in 2023? That will be really helpful to the community, because remember, it's not just about me. Honestly, I don't want to make this about me. I want you guys, I'm not an expert, I'm just doing the research and sharing it with you. If you can also share what you're doing so far, that would be absolutely amazing. And please, whatever happens, make sure these companies are Sharia compliant, because you need to make sure others know about this. If they're not Sharia compliant, please don't share them. If there are like I don't know, for whatever reason, okay, just be careful and just let me know. If you're not too sure, just let me know. I'll quickly let you know. Honestly, it takes a couple of seconds to look up these things for me anyway. So, and the final thing I want to say before I start the video is please like the videos. It really helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share it with your family and friends and so on. Right, so let's have a look at the watch list. So from January to March, this is what the companies that I'm interested in, that I already own, and then I'm going to share with you 6 companies that I'm going to add hopefully in 2023. So the companies, the first one is, as you can see here, Broadcom. Broadcom currently trading $544 per share. Their Morningstar valuation is $624 per share. So I normally give myself a margin of safety. Okay, that margin of safety is between 5% to 15%. So if the company is a very high risk, and companies that are quite volatile, if you like, not volatile, quite beta wise, and quite the price fluctuates a lot and so on, I try to give myself a higher margin of safety. So for example, this one, because I own it and I already am up quite a bit, I've actually given myself 15% off margin of safety. Okay, if there is a company that is like a consumer staples and they're undervalued at the moment, then there's no, obviously, then I'll keep it 5%. I hope that makes sense, right? So then the ideal price, okay, for me, after basically you subtracted these two, my ideal price is this, $530 per share. So if it hits $530 per share, I get notifications from here. So I set up normally my watch list, okay, and then as soon as it hits that price, I get notification, and then if I have the money in the account, then I will put that money in basically to work straight away. So right now is basically needs to come down about 3% just to hit that target for me. Union Pacific is another company that I own in my portfolio, currently $204 per share. The price entry is $203. Okay, so I've given myself only 5% profit margin of safety, if you like, and right now my price tag is 193. It's been there. It will probably get there in the next few weeks. I'm sure the stock market is very volatile right now. Anything can happen in the next few weeks. So if it hits that price target and goes down about 6%, then I'm happy to add. The next one is the one I've been talking about for quite some time. This company is undervalued and I will be adding to it no matter what happens going forward. I'm down quite a bit. I say quite a bit, but I'm down a little bit, about £300 or so. There we go, £400. But I will be adding to this company. It's 28% basically discounted right now. Even I've added a margin of safety of 5%. Even if I add 15%, it will still be undervalued. Lowe's is another company that I haven't touched in ages, so it's coming back down. So hopefully we'll see if it hits about $201 per share. I might look at it again. Public storage, I'm buying it here and there wherever I get a little bit of money left of the account. I'm adding to it because it's actually undervalued at the moment, so about 8%, almost 9%. Cisco is exactly the same position. I'm adding to it. ASML is exactly the same. All these companies have actually reached their price entry, ideal price entry if you like, and basically below that. J&J is the next big company, or Qualcomm, sorry, is also 126, but right now it's $112 per share. I'm looking at this company. I mean, to be honest with you, although the growth next year is actually a decline for a lot of the semiconductor companies, I would love to add to this company in the next few weeks. I think I'm gonna buy a few bit more because I've read everything. I went to their website the other day and I just literally immersed myself into everything they do, this company. So 1 year of a blip, just like the earnings basically coming down, that gives me the opportunity. So when it actually goes back to their, basically starts growing again in terms of revenue and so on, then absolutely I should be able then to capitalize basically that, inshallah, in the long run. So J&J is the next company. Again, J&J is one of the companies that have been in my portfolio for a while. I haven't added to this company because my price target is $156 per share, is 175 right now. It needs to come down quite a bit, and my margin of safety is only 5%, but it's still quite expensive, so I'm gonna wait for a while. Now, those are the companies that I own already, I would like to add to. But by the way, this doesn't mean they're the only companies that I will be adding to. Also, I will definitely be adding to the UK based companies, and I haven't added that to the watch list. But my price targets for this company I haven't actually identified, but they are, this one is discounted, so I'm definitely adding to RB. Rio Tinto, I'm buying it here and there a little bit. I haven't actually added to the last 3 weeks, I think. Segro is definitely, and this one I've been buying one share of this company every single week for the last, I don't know how many weeks. And it's gone up a little bit, but I'm definitely adding to it. Just keep going that one because my target is 100 basically shares of this company. So the UK companies, they will be there. I will be adding to them. So I'm not basically ignoring them. And in fact, I'm trying to put a lot more money into the UK companies. We'll talk about that another day. So Eli Lilly, the price for me is, the target is $232 per share. Would I ever see that? Maybe not. Great company, too expensive right now. ADP, okay, great company as well, 12%. I'll be honest with you, I'll probably, if it goes down at 6% or so, I might start nibbling, just adding a little bit. I do like the company in the long run. Texas Instrument, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Qualcomm, other companies that I own in the semis. So I'm thinking maybe it's better to buy a company that I already own than a company that I actually think is a bit overvalued at the moment. Because I'll be honest with you, their price target, current price 166 and then 158. I'm not sure why that is. Actually, I think I put 15%. There you go. I gave myself 15% of margin of safety. So if it goes down quite a bit, you will see this company in my portfolio. The next one is Canadian Pacific. Is also very expensive, 33% right now. So my price target is basically just needs to come down. In fact, that shouldn't be 10%. That should be 5%. Okay. So if it comes back down about 20%, then I'm okay with that. Accenture, definitely another great company. I would love to. So right now, although it's fair valued according to Morningstar, I need to give myself a margin of safety. The reason I've basically added, I haven't even spoken about this, margin of safety is something that I learned from the book called Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, who was the lecturer or basically the professor of Warren Buffett. And the reason he talks about this is, like, a company, you've done your due diligence and the company is great, you understand everything about the company, but what if something goes wrong and you start losing money? That 5%, 10%, 15% margin of safety will give you that cushion, if you like. So if a company goes down that 10% and your margin of safety to 15%, at least you're 5% up and you can just cash it and take your money and run away. But if you don't have a margin of safety, it can be very difficult. And that's one of the things I like to do. right? Robot Technology is another one that is actually undervalued at the moment. So I might start looking at this company again and just say, you know what, let me just add a little bit here and there, because I do like the business model and I do understand quite a bit of their business and how they work with. One of the things that I still haven't done is find out who their actual customers are and what basically these companies are. So I normally look up the company from different perspectives, so valuations and all that stuff, but I look at it there, where does the revenue actually come from, who are their customers, then I look at the customers profile. So if they are like the Fortune 100, Fortune whatever, then those companies are quite reliable, majority of them anyway. Then I'll take care of then that's taken care of. Then I can look at the valuations and all of that stuff, and revenue and dividends and all of that madness. So I can look at it from, so it is quite intense when you basically add in a new company to your portfolio. It's not just to add the company, you know what I mean? So you have to do your research, otherwise you'll be down quite a bit and you'll sell it quickly and you'll make a lot of basically loss. But if you understand the business model very well, then you don't have to worry about it. So what am I doing next step is to add every single one of these companies into a new watch list called January to March, put the price entries and then leave it. When it hits that price target, I will look around and see if there's any other company that could potentially be better to buy on that day. If not, I will add the money. And that's the plan. And I've got £8,000 to invest in the next few weeks, next few months. Where's that money going to come from? InshaAllah, my salary. Okay. And I do have some savings. I do have obviously a cushion, alhamdulillah, right? In terms of, what is it called? Emergency fund and all that stuff, right? But at the same time, that money will be from my paycheck. So when I get my paycheck, I'll transfer it straight away into a different account where I just use for investment purposes. And then that money will be invested straight away. So, and that's it. So I don't want to make this video any longer. It is. Please let me know if you agree some of these buys and some of these price entries and so on. And are there any other companies that are on your watch list? Write it on the comment section. Please do that because it helps the community, inshallah. And if you haven't done it already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.